I think the shield's necessary, but the shield does help sometimes. But there are enemies that can come with the shield, and we'll see them here in the Tower of Hera. So, right. Tower of Hera. This one is interesting. Again, I don't know how to move the egg off the first floor. And the Tower of Hera is 7 floors. And the max floor here is the 3rd floor. So we have, yeah, there's... The max floor is the highest floor is the 4th floor. Then you have B2, B1, B2, and B3. The Tower of Hera has 1st floor, 2nd floor, 3rd floor, 4th floor, 5th floor, and 6th floor, and B1. We can start on the 2nd floor, not the 1st floor. Because of that, I had to make the entrance on the 1st floor, and the egg in the 1st floor. You fall down at the start, and that's your 1st floor. And because we have the switches too. These are the exact ones from Link to the Past. They work exactly the same. A little more annoying though because you can hear them all activate. Now I included an extra thing before then too. So yeah, you don't have anything that can go hit all these like boomerangs. So you have to go back down here again. So, okay, these two guys are surrounded by water. Normally, it's a light gate type thing. It's like a short fence, and it's fireball throwing enemies. It's podongos, or what they called. They spew fire at you. Well, in order to make that work, in order to make that idea work, I had to include these guys who throw their spears. So there's still an enemy that throws stuff at you. Also, because of the way that the holes work, I had to have a hole here. And here we actually do have the tiles, but it's kind of broken. We go back here and it hits the pots, and yeah. I don't think it worked like that in Link to the Past, did it? Did they get blocked by pots in Link to the Past too? Because I had the layout the same as Link to the Past, except for this up here. Because I had to have that for the holes. But I don't know. And also there is no trigger when it ends. So I just make it so that you have to push a block here. And when they're firing, it's basically impossible to push that block over there. Or you can do it, but it's not easy. So that's the best way I can implement to try and figure out how to do a after they're all done, the door opens. You go in here. And this chest is sitting here. I made a chest instead of a pot because that way it makes it more obvious you should pick it up. But originally this was a full magic potion because you use magic for these things. But you don't have a torch here, so it doesn't help. So I just have switches that activate instead. But I did the shield because you need the shield later on. Because the enemies I have for the blue guys, you need a shield to kill them. It's very bad against these though. That one's an enemy. Unfortunately, you can't knock them to pits. So, but they can knock you to pit. Revenge! We're getting revenge knocking you to pits. There we go. Now, in the original game, there's bombs in this pot. And there still are here. You probably should pick them up too, because I have some spots where you use bombs. Like right up there. Because, okay, these are star switches. Well, I did one, I did the second one. But they actually, because I can't make the holes appear. Instead what happens is, the star switches will, they make items appear at block your path instead. It's like up there that they made that pillar appear, and that makes that disappear. But you can't get across this gap. If you use the other switch, you could, but I added this in here to get across the gaps. Because I can't make the gaps appear and disappear, so I just have a way to get across them instead. And these ones represent pits that appear, because of course that creates a hole. So. So that didn't do anything because you need to hit 2 switches in this case. Now here you have to roll across. But down there, now you can't get across there without bombs. We hit both switches and those disappear. As well as this guy too. I want it that way, I'm pretty sure. Right now there's pillars there. Those pillars block your way. You hit that, and it creates some bottle blocks there. You hit that, and it creates this here. Unlike in the other Tower, you do need the dungeon this time around. We had to hit all 3 switches in order to be able to get out without having to fall on pit. I couldn't maybe replicate the exact way the Starship worked, but I at least try to do something with it. Like up here too. That pit is surrounded on all sides. You can't go through it normally. You hit that, start it though, and then I'll go away. For some reason, the bomb's just sitting that, so yeah. Oh, I can make it cross that gap. You need the hook shot for that. I should have made more gaps there. Oh well. If I had done something like make that gap go down one more and put those bottle blocks down one space, then you would need the hook shot to get out of there. Now that door is blocked by that switch over there. You can't reach that switch. That's to make the teleport work. You follow it down the bomb. And you get the flippers, because why not? They don't do anything else, but I am here to say there's something down, so you could get them. And here's a tower back. Some teleport, huh? And guess who's up here? Yep, it's our fair friend. They literally have him right here. And if you somehow got here without the leaf, I gave you one anyway. But you still can't get out because that appears when you go enter here. But he does knock you back. Unlike the original guy either, when you leave the room, he has the same health. He doesn't reset his health. You get a key in order to get through that door. And those aren't there either until you kill him. There you go. And that was Tower of Hera.